all my fight fans. So, you know, with this whole John Jones and Tom Aspinall situation, including Dana White, there's one name that's being kind of mentioned a little bit, and that's Francis Ngannou. You know, Francis Ngannou, we all know he left back in 2023. He had, or was it 2023 or 2022? I want to say it was 2022, possibly. And we all know he left under bad terms with Dana White. Dana White has been nonstop, outspoken, and is not hiding his opinion of Francis Ngannou, saying that he does not like him, saying that he's not a big fan of him, that he doesn't want to really do business with Francis Ngannou. And I want to ask you guys this: is that what's stopping a potential Francis Ngannou return to the UFC? Is the one person that could potentially help the heavyweight division that is in so much disarray, that is in really bad shape right now? Is it Dana White that's stopping it all from happening? Because we got John Jones, who is gone, retired. We don't really have any great heavyweights that really stand out outside of Tom Aspinall. We don't have really good fun matchups that we could think of in the heavyweight division outside of possibly Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira, which we don't even know if that's ever going to transpire. We need heavyweights, and we need superstar heavyweights. We don't need a heavyweight that's going to eventually be a superstar. We need heavyweights today that is a star today. And the only person I could think of would be Francis Ngannou. But Dana White has multiple times said he is not a fan of Francis. He is not interested in Francis. He thinks that window is closed. He would be very surprised if Francis Ngannou does return. So it really feels like it's Dana White. Francis Ngannou has come out and said he would be interested in coming back to the UFC. So there is interest on one side where Dana White has no interest. And he feels like Dana White feels like Francis Ngannou is not a good guy. And that's funny where he has two big superstars in John Jones and Conor McGregor. John Jones, who has been suspended not suspended, but like has been fined multiple times outside of the cage. You know, he's also been arrested here and there, and you know he's had so much drama outside the cage. He's let down a pay-per-view where the whole pay-per-view card had to get canceled. He has been tested for steroids multiple times where the title had to get stripped. And he also pretty much in some ways let us down regarding this fight with Tom Aspinall, where instead of him retiring in November, he retires now. Literally almost 7 months later, where we could have had multiple heavyweight fights already. But yet Francis Ngannou is the bad guy. You know, we haven't heard anything from Francis regarding why he's the bad guy. We haven't really heard from Dana White. We just hear his opinion. In my personal opinion, it feels like the reason why he's a bad guy is because he actually left the UFC. He vacated the belt. He made so much money boxing. Yeah, did he lose? Of course, yeah, he lost. But at the end of the day, he won. Within the two fights that he did in boxing and with the fight that he had in PFL, the guy made more money than anybody in the UFC. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But there's no knock. Who cares? Hey, you made your money, great. You tried it, you lost, no big deal. Come back over here and let's make money together. That's what Dana White should be saying. Dana White should be going up to Francis and say, I need champions. I need this, I need that, I need big pay-per-view draws within the heavyweight division because you don't got none. You can be the promoter that you could be the promoter that you are, but you do not got any great heavyweight fights. You just don't. Curtis Blades, Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis, those are all fun fights, could be interesting fights, but they're not great standout fights like we had back in the day where Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos versus Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar versus Alistair Overeem. You name them, the list goes on and on and on. We don't have those no more. And Dana White needs those. Especially that he's trying to do a new TV deal. He's trying to get into a new deal to where he's going to possibly get billions and billions of dollars a year. He's trying to do that, but yet what do we have to look forward to? Nothing really when it comes to the heavyweights. And that's no disrespect to Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is great. I actually really enjoy Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is really fun to watch. But he needs an opponent. Everybody does. Imagine if it was just Conor McGregor, no rivalries, or just John Jones, no rivalries, or anybody that's going to push him to the test, or it's going to be explosive. For the history of fighting sports, there's always been two guys in the cage or in the ring that you wanted to see, not just one person. And Dana White does not have that, and Dana White needs that. You got one guy that's a superstar, one guy that's a former heavyweight champion of the world, one guy that has great knockout power and great marketability to where you could sell a fight between him and Francis, or him and even Alex Barrow, while the heavyweight division figures itself out and a new contender arises. But until then, he doesn't have that. And Dana White, I feel like, needs to swallow his pride. You don't have to like the guy. I guarantee you there's a lot of people in sports that don't like each other, but they work with each other because they know they can make a lot more money together than they do separate. But Dana White, I don't know what it is. Maybe he's set on money. He feels good with money. He feels good that he doesn't need it anymore. But the company needs it. You got to put yourself, you got to put the business before yourself first. If you put yourself before the business, your business is going to sink. It's going to sink. It's going to go into so much more, it's going to be in so much troubled waters that you're not going to be able to come back from it. People are going to lose interest like they already lose interest now. A lot of people are losing interest within the heavyweight division, within the UFC, because the cards are not looking great, because the fights are not looking great. Just things are not looking the way it used to be a couple years ago. So we need this. We need Dana White to step aside and be like, you know what? I get it. We had our beef. We had our bad blood. We had so much issues in the past, but we got to push that aside. We got to make some kind of deal, and we got to bring some excitement back to the heavyweight division. So you tell me what needs to happen in order for Francis Ngannou to return, guys. You guys let me know. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.